And that brings us to our fifth and final to present here this afternoon, the Frontier Conference Cross Country Media Day. As Carroll College head coach Shannon Flynn in her sixth year as head coach with the Fighting Saints. She is an alum of Carroll College. Last season, both the women's and men's teams competed in the 2023 NAIA Cross Country National Championship meet. This season, the Carroll women currently ranked at number 19, while the men are ranked 20 in their respective NAIA polls. Last season, the Fighting Saints claimed 9 total Frontier Conference academic all-conference recipients, 6 on the women's side, 3 on the men's side. The Carroll women's program claimed their 4th straight Frontier Conference title last season, while the men's program claimed their 3rd straight conference title. Coach Flynn is joined by Zach Rector and Nikki Now, I do believe, and see if we've got Coach here. There we go. Hi, Coach. I'll turn it over to you.
We do not have Coach just yet. She's on her way. Give us
All
2
right,
seconds.
That works. No worries. Zach, Nikki, how are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah, doing pretty good.
Yes.
Hi,
Hello. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. I got a baby napping in the office, so
Oh, gotcha.
I was making sure someone would listen if he let out a scream.
Well, Coach, we were talking about your season a year ago, talked about your athletes with you, and I will turn it over to you to talk about the season thus far and your returners and your newcomers and Carroll Cross Country.
Yeah, great. So we have actually quite a number of returners on both sides. We only graduated 1 woman and 1 man from last season. So always exciting to be bringing back a lot of athletes. I just want to highlight a couple of those. So on the men's side, we have Zach Gasnick of Conifer, Colorado. He has been Frontier Runner of the Week a couple times this season so far. And he was 9th in the 10K in the spring in outdoor track. So we're excited about how he's running. We have Connor O'Hara, 5th year senior from Old Montana, ran great in our last meet in Missoula. So he's another returner to highlight. We have another 5th year returner, Zach Rector here. He is from Portland, Oregon area. So he's back for a 5th fall. And we're really glad to have him back this week. He's returning from kind of running related injury, but more of an acute injury. So we're happy to have him back as well. And then we have Bryson Gardner on the men's side, who's qualified for nationals in track 3 times. He's of Spokane, Washington. So nice to have a lot of upperclassmen on the men's side. On the women's side, we also have some returners who've scored pretty regularly for us. We have junior Hannah Semp of Columbia Falls, Montana. We're excited to see her running with the most confidence that she's had. And then we have a pair of sophomores who made a big impact for us last year in Anna Terry from Chinook and Isabel Ruff from Concord, California. And those 2 each had some different injury things going on last year, and they're both healthy right now and training well. So we're excited about that returning group. We have some impact freshmen as well that we're looking forward to that have had some of them great season already thus far. We do have 4 freshmen on the men's side. They're making great progress. We don't expect any of them to maybe be a huge contributor in the top 7 this year, but we'll look to them in the future. But on the women's side, we have 2 freshmen that are having an impact. Haley Watkins has been Frontier Runner of the Week twice. She's of Dillon, Montana, running very well. And then here with us today, we have Nikki Now of Sunburst, Montana, who's been in our scoring group in our top 7 and diving right in after a high school career where she was largely doing volleyball and cross country at the same time, doing lots of different sports. So she's diving full in to running now. So that's the group that we have going. As far as our season goes thus far, the normal ups and downs, which we expect and need and think help us to be better in the end. We have, I think, overall, though, been solid and have really focused on keeping our floor high, knowing that that gives us the space at some point for each athlete and the team collectively to reach their ceiling. So that's what we've seen thus far. And we, as the rest of the Frontier, will be at Amon Park this week for the Frontier Conference preview. important for us to get out there on that course and practice running there. Excited that we should see some NCAA Division II competition as well, because their regional meet is there this year. So makes the meet better, moves the meet along a little bit. So that'll be the important next race up for us. And then as I'm sure we've heard from several Frontier schools, we'll also be at the NAIA Great Lakes Challenge in Grand Rapids. And that's an important meet for us as well in terms of getting to run against other nationally ranked NAIA competition, getting to be in a larger meet setting, experiencing more what nationals feels like, and hoping that we can have two teams there if we can execute the way that we want to the remainder of the season. And the conference is strong. Things have been tight with Rocky on the men's side. We've lost to Rocky once. I think things will be tight on the women's side with both Rocky and Montana Tech. They've been very close with us in the meets that we race against them. And we think that that brings the conference up as a whole. So to have those teams at Great Lakes as well, we really are rooting for each other in a way, for all of us to go there and run well, because that makes the argument that we should all be at the national meet when it comes down to the end of the season. So that's a little bit of a summary thus far.
Well, that's the great point. The idea of, every boat rises, as you go to a great meet like that. And if everybody performs well, it just does well for the conference as a whole. All right, Zach, as a fifth-year senior, when you look at Nikki next to you as a freshman, how have you changed since you would have been sitting there as a freshman, coming in as a fifth-year senior?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've been here quite a few years, and I don't know, a lot's changed since freshman year, but yeah, just looking at her, seeing how she's been running, she's really stepped in and really helped raise the floor of the girls team and also raise the ceiling. And yeah, I'm just really impressed. Like, I know when I was a freshman, I definitely had some difficulties kind of adjusting to like the college life. And it's really cool seeing like a freshman just come in and kind of take the reins right away and, just help the team perform right away. So yeah, it's really just cool to see. And yeah, definitely looking back at my own experience, it's been a wild ride here. A lot of things I would have changed as my running my freshman year, but yeah, no, it's really cool to see, and I'm really happy for her.
Nikki, talk about the idea of concentrating on one sport. As you come in as a freshman, is it been an adjustment?
It's definitely been an adjustment, but it's been a lot of fun getting to be around people who love running and have a passion for that, and getting to train more with it. It's definitely been a transition, but it's definitely been a lot easier in some retrospects. So,
it feels like the one thing we've talked quite a bit about today is when you have a full team, how much better it is for everybody involved. Even if any or all three of you want to talk about that, how important it is to have full teams, to have people that are running together, maybe even at different ability levels. Just how important that is for everybody that is out running.
I can start and then these guys can add a little bit, but we're certainly excited about where our depth is at this year. I think a great problem to have, we're not traveling everyone to Great Lakes. We won't be able to race everyone at nationals. And this is really the first year where both on the men's side and the women's side, man, there's 9 people probably that it could be. And there's 7 spots for Great Lakes and 7 spots to race at nationals, 1 alternate to take with us. And I think that really shows that we have added that depth. And certainly that helps on any given day, because you're not all going to run at your ceiling every day that you're out there. And if we can focus on running within those packs, giving energy to each other when we're the one that feels good, and bringing along those that maybe aren't having the best day. If we've got enough individuals out there that are running hard, we're going to have hopefully some that run well. So definitely a benefit to have that. And we're glad to be pushing forward that way. But maybe Nikki, this is first time pack running, really probably for sure for Nikki. And then, Zach is really a part of, I think, what started that off for us. So I think they could each share a little bit.
No, pack running is such a great thing for us to do here, and something that has really been beneficial, because when we're running together, if somebody's not having a great day, we can help to bring each other up with it. Or the communication aspect of, well, where are we? What do we need to do? That really does make a big difference in performance. And it also is just support, knowing that your team's there. And if you're not doing well, your team's going to help you out. That's really been a big thing for me.
Yeah, and definitely going off of that, like every year that I've ran here, pack running has really been like essential to our success. I feel strongly that it's the greatest reason why we've been able to win conference a couple of years in a row now. And yeah, just kind of being a leader in the pack and kind of helping my teammates kind of get through the middle part of the race, which I kind of view as like, the kind of the cruxes of the race, the really tough part of the race. I'm very fortunate to have just been in that position to kind of help lead my teammates through that. And I'm really looking forward to doing that on Friday, kind of helping our middle pack, which kind of consists of like our 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and even 8th runners. We have a big pack this year in that area. I'm really looking forward to helping lead them through the race and hopefully leading everybody, or at least a couple of us, to some good days. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your input. Does anybody have anything else they would like to question or add here? It looks like Coach Flynn, looks like we're good to go.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having us on.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that does it for today. Our Frontier Conference Cross Country Media Day. Again, Commissioner Crawford was on the road and unable to host as usual, but he will certainly be around as we continue. My thanks to all the coaches and athletes that took time out of their day to join us today. And as always, thanks for supporting the Frontier Conference and all our conference schools. So take care.